Hello and welcome to the Currington Enterprise YouTube channel. My name is Gavin and I am the marketing director and assistant for the business. If you're watching this video, then you have asked yourself, do I need a CRM? And if so, where do I get started? Well, if you asked that question, you've come to the right place. We have used multiple different CRMs. We've gone through MailChimp, a couple others, and we've landed on one that we have really used for quite a while, and it's really suited us really well. It's called Hubspot. Now, the cool thing about Hubspot is if you're just now starting out and you're really like, man, I just want to get started learning how to use a CRM. I don't really want to spend any money right now because I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm not really sure, really, do I really need one? Well, then you're in luck because the cool thing about Hubspot is very user-friendly and it has an incredible free trial to where you can actually go through and try it on your own. No, that's not a free trial. That's limited to a couple weeks. You actually can just use the free version of Hubspot. And the cool thing is they've built it to where it's great to get started. And if you as you learn and you find stuff that you actually really need, HubSpot actually has that kind of stuff available to you to where you can actually go into a subscription with them, customize a payment plan to where every month you're paying them for stuff that you need, but it's customized only to what you need. And so today on the video, I'm going to show you guys our CRM, HubSpot, how it works, what we use it for, and some of the benefits for using HubSpot over some of the other services. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, guys, this is the main dashboard for HubSpot. Once you get in, you're going to want to be able to sign in through hubspot.com. I'll actually have a link for hubspot.com in the description for you guys. That way you can go in, get started. There should be an option as soon as you go into their website that gives you the free starter login. It's like an orange and white tab. You'll be able to go in, click on that, get started. Keep in mind that you'll just have to know a little bit about your business. You'll also need to know your website. If you're trying to sign in for, if you're trying to, build your business. So keep those in mind, that information, your business name, your name, email, business website, or whatever website you're going to be using where you want to send traffic to from this. So without further ado, let's go into HubSpot and let's dig into some of the benefits. So HubSpot made it super easy to get started. And the cool thing is it is free up to 2,000 emails. So when you're building your email list, you're not going to have a lot of emails right up front. So you're probably only going to have maybe, if you have 100, that's amazing. But typically you're not going to go over 2,000. So the free version does allow you to hold up to 2,000 emailed contacts. Now, why would you need a CRM to hold all of your emails or all of your contacts? Well, the cool thing about a CRM like HubSpot is once you have all those contacts, you can build different sections. So let's say you've got three clients that are a little bit lower budget, like they don't have a ton of money to spend on whatever your service is, but they're still a client, so you want to keep them, but you may only want to send them advertisements for products that are more in their range. That way, you're not trying to send them something that's way over, and then you lose that client because they're like, you're sending me all this stuff that's way too expensive for what I need. You can actually create a list that has them on it, and then when you send out your emails, because you can actually blast all your contacts that are on your list, you can blast them all different services that you've got from this HubSpot. So it's really great for sending out multiple emails, making campaigns, newsletters, blogs, all that good stuff. But before we get started, we got to start where the contacts are. So you're going to go over to your left-hand side. There's a lot of options. The one that's got the book with the picture of the person on it. And here's all your options. So here we are. We want to go to contacts. It's the main place that you're going to want to be. This is where you're going to see how to add all of your contacts. Now, going into this, we want to create a new contact. So here, over here, the solid orange, just for sake of argument, we'll just add mine. Mine's already on here, but we're going to go ahead and add it. It'll flag it that it's already on there, but we're going to go through it to where you guys can see how to actually set it up. So this is my email for the business. And guys, if you ever have questions for me, this is the place to get in touch with me, Gavin at tmccoaching.org. You're more than welcome to reach out for any questions. If you run through this video, there's something you're still stuck on, you're more than welcome to reach out. Let me know. Maybe we can get on a call and find out how I can best serve you. Once that's done, we'll put this in here. And again, this is already in the database, so it's probably going to flag me that I'm already here. It says that I already exist. Let's actually try a different email that may not be in the system just yet. We'll just put another little project I've got on. We'll go ahead and throw that in there. And we'll just put in, so this, what I'm doing here is I'm putting their first name, last name, everything you know about your contact. So when you're going through your email list, anything that you know about your client or your contact that will help you when you're organizing these, that is great information to know. So like their job title, if you have their phone number, you can put their phone number in there. I'm not putting my phone number on there yet. We've got the phone number there. We've got their lead, the cycle stage. What are they? Well, for this case, I'm a lead, but you would go through, is it a sales qualified lead? Like you're going to make a sale? Is it an opportunity? Is there an actual opportunity? What all would this person fall under? So right now they're just a lead. Lead status, I would be new. Really just going through this, like this just helps you organize like what exactly this client is. And that's the cool thing about this is you can basically label everything to where you know what kind of contact you're talking to. So then we click create and it automatically take you to this brand new page. Here is everything that you currently know about this contact. Another cool thing I wanted to share with you, I don't know if you noticed it at the beginning, but when my email went in and I put in tmccoaching.org, it actually pulled up the logo and the company that I work for, which is true actually, because that email is actually attached to the website that I work under for our business, which is tmccoaching.org or Currington Enterprise. Currington Enterprise being the head of all these different companies that you see on my screen. But that is one of the cool things about HubSpot is that it will, if there's a website for it, if there is a connection to a business for that email, HubSpot's going to find it. It's going to pull the logo for you. And then you actually can do a little bit more digging into what kind of contact you've got and how you can best serve that client. So that's one of the really cool things about that. So from here, you can kind of see all this information. If you wanted to schedule a meeting with them, you can put all of that in here. You can call, you can email them from here as well. That's another cool thing about HubSpot is you can actually do everything from here. But if not, we can go back to contacts. Now, when you've got a new contact, let's see about adding real quick them to what is called a static list. So what a static list is let's say you've got a campaign for sake of argument, my boss, Tracy, he is the one who owns Currington Enterprises. He's also got TMC Coaching. He does a lot of masterminds, and he also does a lot of business coaching. So let's say he's doing something for masterminds, and he wants to send it to business owners because the book that we're doing the mastermind on is reflected on business owners. Like we need to get owners in the room. Well, you can actually find out from your list of people that you know, and you can actually click on them. You can actually select as many as you want. Once you've got the name, though, you can go down to add to static list. So once you've done that, it's going to give you an option, and you can see where you want to go. For this email, I'm going to hit all emails because that's where I want it to go. So whenever an email comes out and I send it to that list, it's going to go to that list. So this will save you guys time on, let's say you need to get a lot of emails out really fast and instead of sending them out one at a time, this is going to allow you to just send it all in one brief email. I'm going to show you guys real quick though how to make that static list, because that static list does not just automatically come with the setup. So once you create your contacts, you want to start adding them to static list. There's where you go to add them to the static list. And if there's any other things you want to add to them, like do anything, you want to delete them, that's delete. If you have a team that you work with, that's also on here. You can add them to here. My boss has added me to this, so I'm actually able to do this. But you can assign work to people. So like, hey, this is a new contact. I want you to reach out to them. You can assign to that person, and then they can actually go do that from here. But now we need to create a static page. Okay, so once you guys need to create a static list, I know I said page earlier, but static list, you're going to go to lists, And from here, you're going to click create a list. Now, the reason why you do this and you make separate lists is to where you can organize. So say if you want to do masterminds, you're trying to reach out to different people. Not everybody is going to be for every single product that you have, but the better information you got on that contact, the better you'll be able to serve them, the better your list, the more able you'll be able to identify what is going to be best serving to them. So this list is going to be for contacts. It could be for companies, depending on like, you could be serving a ton of McDonald's franchises. So then it would be everybody who's under that list. But for this deal, we're going to be doing contacts. We're going to click next. And then if there's any kind of filter we would want to add, you can add a filter. It just depends on what it is you're trying to do. We're not adding a filter on this one. We're just going to review and save and process the list. So there we go. And if we click up back to lists, refresh it really quick. And there's our test list. So right now it looks like there's nobody on that list right now. So if we go back to our contacts, then we're going to be able to click on my name again and go down to add static list. Now we can add him to the test list. So that's just a really easy way of organizing. Now, the reason why I want you to see like creating a static list and seeing an email list, this is like the basic use of a CRM, like how HubSpot uses it. So the next thing you're going to do is, what are you going to do with these lists? Well, going over to the fun part, we're going to be going into marketing, which is going to be this little microphone thing. Now, keep in mind, when you're going through HubSpot, if you see in these orange arrows, that means it's part of the Marketing Hub Professional or the Professional HubSpot. Professional HubSpot is the paid version of HubSpot. If you want to upgrade something on HubSpot, you just got to get in touch with them. It's super easy. Up in this top corner, there's an upgrade spot. You can click on that, and then you'll be able to get an option to upgrade whatever it is you're looking to upgrade. You will have to get on a call, I think, with the with one of their sales representatives, but it's super quick, super efficient. So you'll be able to do that if you needed to. But for this call, we're just using the free version. So anything that's free on here, we're taking full advantage of that. And that's one of the cool things about this, is super friendly to people who are just now figuring it out. So then we're going to click email. Alrighty, guys. So right now we're in our email. So if you notice, we have got a lot. That's because we use this pretty regularly every month. When you guys are sending out emails, though, to clients, it counts how many emails you send. So let's say I want to send 200 an email out that's going to 200 different people. Well, HubSpot will only allow you to send up to 2,000 emails per month. So for the free version, you're going to have 2,000 contacts and then 2,000 emails. That's your limit on the free version. If you want to upgrade that, you absolutely can. But for the free version, you don't necessarily need to have. It'll take you a lot harder than you think to reach that limit. So for this one, we're going to actually show you guys how to create an email that you want to send out and show you guys what the process is. That way you guys can be able to go and do your own. So to do this, we're going to go hit create an email. You can hit regular. Automated is part of it. If you want to do a blog, if you're going to keep your clients updated with different information, different facts, you can do that. But for this illustration, we're going to do regular. Alrighty, guys, we're actually going to be doing an example from one of the templates that I have actually created. Once you're in the email creating section, you're going to be able to get different options, different templates, depending on what you're wanting to do. They'll walk you through that. So what I've got here for you guys is actually a template that I created. Now, don't worry. I'm going to show you guys how to utilize this. So the way I have utilized this, so it does break it off into sections. That way you can kind of learn how to do it. So like when you click on this is the main one. You're able to do like different things. Like if you want it to look a different way, we want to create a different column where like, hey, this is the information. Here's a picture I want to drop. So here's the option right there. Now I can click on this and click on this section. And over here, notice the options have changed. So now I can actually drag any of these. So let's say I want to put an image there. I can drag it, drop. So you're able to, the cool thing about this is you're able to customize this. My advice to you is when you get to this section, play around with this and kind of learn how you want this thing to look. It'll take you about a little bit, but it's so worth it because the cool thing is HubSpot will save this document. They'll save this whole template for you so you can actually go back and just reuse the same work every time. So you could be doing like, hey, it's different information for my client, but I'm going to use the same template every time because that way that's something that they recognize. They know how to follow along with my emails and how they're supposed to look. So once you've kind of got that kind of figured out what you want to do, settings would be the next one. So who's it going to come from? Well, obviously it's coming from me. That's the name that's going to appear when they send it. That's who it's going to see it's going to come from. This is the email. That way they know like, hey, this is who you respond to. And then subject line, how you're going to be able to respond, what's the subject line. You can change this. The cool thing is it'll also allow you to get suggestions, how they can actually help you create a subject line that's going to help people read your subject line and click on your emails. Preview text is really, it's going to give them an idea of what they're going to preview. And again, another way to generate, personalize, give yourself emojis, ways to do that. This is going to be how you are going to recognize the email. So they're not going to see this internal email name. That is going to be just for you to where when you're going through your emails, trying to remember, what kind of email you sent out, this is how you label it and how it's going to look. Then subscription type, it's usually going to just be your company name. And then you can add your address on here. You can customize that, change it if you need to. Okay, so we are at the sender schedule section, and the best way to do this is you're going to want to add. So do you guys remember that static list we created? So I've created the test list. Here is actually all those lists. Now I've got my test list right here, but I wanted to show you like this is how really helpful this is. So let's do our one of our other lists that we've got. See that 67, that how many contacts are on that list. So when you get really good at creating your static list to divide what clients you've got and where all they need to go, that is a perfect place to get started. Once you've created a list and you've organized it, this will save you so much time. Also, if there's a client that like, hey, they don't want to see these kind of emails, you can actually click on that and you'll be able to, remove that person from the email. And that'll also save you how many emails you've sent out on your list. Then also there's another, this option down here. There are some people that you're sending emails to, they may not engage with your content. So for example, they may not even see or view it. If they're not watching your emails, HubSpot will actually flag that and say, hey, let's not send it to this person because, they're not looking at your emails. You can click to turn that on to where it'll save you some emails because, you do have a send limit if you're using the free version, or you can click it off to where they don't do that. Then you've got two options to send the email. You can either send it now and it'll immediately start sending the emailing everything out, or you can schedule it for whatever date, time you want it to go. But for wherever you want to do it, and here's the cool thing too, it'll also tell you how many emails you're using, and it'll remind you about how many more you've got left before you're out of emails for the month. Once you've got that all figured out, you can click review and send. It's going to give you an option. It'll let you know. It may let you know that there's some stuff. If there's any issues with your email, so for example, we didn't add an image to that example because this is just going to be an example. It's letting you know, hey, there's something missing. There's a suggestion about personalization. It'll remind you what kind of email it is, where it's coming. And if everything looks good, you just click send and it's done. And then that is it for the emails. So then you hit exit. And the cool thing is now that that's saved, so let's say that, hey, I want to do that email again. That email went over really well. I've got a few things I want to re-suggest, but I've also got some new clients that I want to send it to. Where do I do that? So under here, we've got edit. You can edit any past emails. But really what we want to do is we want to clone it. So once you've cloned it, you can click regular, hit clone, and it's going to clone that email. It's going to let you know that it is a clone email, but you can rename it whatever you want to just by clicking up here. And now you can do anything new, like to make it look like it's a brand new email, but it's the same template, it's the same format that you're using, but you can just do it a different way. The last thing I want you guys to know about on HubSpot, this is going to be helping you guys. Let's say that you want to get your contacts information, but you don't always have the opportunity to get their information. You may be posting on social media and you're just trying to, how do I get a static page per se that allows people to fill out a form online at their own time. They can put their email on there, their phone number on there, to where I can get back in touch with them, but it also saves on here. I'm so glad you asked it, because yes, there is a way that HubSpot does it, and lucky for us, it is also free. So under marketing, again, go under forms, and under forms, what you're going to find is static pages. So static pages is a really cool section where we're able to create a online link where people can fill this form out. Let's say that you're advertising real estate and you just want to get new contacts to reach out to you. You're advertising on social media and you just want something for them to fill out to where you can reach out to them and you've got their contact information saved to HubSpot. Well, you can put the link on there. You go in here, you create form. Depending on what it is you want it to be, do you want it to be a form editor? You want to create it? You want to embed it in something like a website? It's a standalone page, a pop-up box. For this example, we want it to be a standalone page, because what we're going to do is we're going to put this link on social media, and then they're going to click that link. When they click the link, they're going to fill out some questions, whatever questions we want it to be, and then we're going to get their contact information. Another cool thing, you can also set up payments. So if you're they're buying something from you. Let's say your meetings are about, for your first meeting, it's like $25 for the first meeting. You're able to collect payment right there and then for the call or for that meeting that you're going to be going to. Or if they're buying a product from you, you're able to do that. So for this one, we can figure out what it is we're wanting to do with it. If there's a template that we're wanting to use. So really, we're just going to use this for a contact us is what we want. And so these are all different templates that we can use. But for this example, we're doing a contact us. Here's the questions that we would want filled out. And then we just click start. And then from here, we can add any information, other information. Let's say we want a phone number because we want to call them. We can put that right there. We can put it wherever we want. And the next thing is, notice how that little asterisk is right there? So let's just say sometimes people they don't fill out every form. You can make this form required. So right there, see how the asterisk just showed up? Now, when they go to fill this out, I got to get a first name. Let's say I want their phone number. Some stuff like you're like, hey, I don't really have to have this information, but it would help. Phone number, boom. They have to fill these out. They can skip these if they choose to, but I will now have their first name. I'll have their email address. I have their phone number. I've got 2 forms of contact, and I've got a name. Now I know how to reach out to them. And if that's all you want them to do, they'll submit. That information, once they submit it, will get transferred over to your contacts, and you're all good to go. So let's click update. And then we want to publish this. Keep in mind, you can name it if you want. I'll show you that in a second, but here's the link. Now you can click copy. And once that link is copied, you're able to post that wherever you want on social media. If they click the link, they can fill it out, and there's your form, and you're all set, ready to go. Real quick before I end the video, up here is where you would name it. So like if you want to name it like whatever you want to call it, you can call it that, and that's it. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments if there's any other questions. And guys, again, if you guys need any help with navigating HubSpot, there may be some things that maybe I talked about that you want a little bit more of a deeper description. let me know in the comments. Also, if you guys are needing additional help, you can email me at gavin@tmccoaching.org. I'd love to sit down with you for maybe like a 15-minute call, see what I can do to better serve you guys. And until then, let's win together and keep on going, guys. You guys have a blessed day.